Can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon.
Give you a little update, little something that's going to be coming on the channel where I'm going to be working on the RX-7 and cleaning it up. It's been a while and it's definitely due to have these things done. I just need to make time to do it. 1983 RX-7. I've got some things that need to be done to it, actually a lot of things, but as you can see, the interior is pretty aged. I mean, it's 1983, so it's going to definitely need some work. I've been using it as a driver for fun, but the other day, my steering column, I'm sorry, not my steering column, my ignition went out, and so I pulled the case off just to kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at down here. As you can see, I got it tossed on the floor, which looks nasty carpet. So I'm going to have to replace the ignition on there. And of course, there's a flaw in how they got it designed where you got to basically drop the column down. You got to chisel or grind in a groove into the two bolts so that you can undo them. I guess it was never meant to come back out. So anyway, so we're going to have to fix that. And then I am going to, over the winter, replace the carpets, reskin the seats, and redo the gaskets and seals and stuff like that. I also went ahead and ordered a full-blown weather stripping kit, and I got that set up. So, you know, that's all going to be taken care of. So that should square away a lot of the interior. Before anybody can say anything, yes, it's a mess over here, but that's the life of having an active garage. But I've already got the carpet kit. I've already done that. I got it ordered. I want to just go with a replacement instead of trying to salvage the old one. So I went ahead and got one that's got like extra insulation, extra sound deadening. I went ahead and went for the better level of the carpet. I got all that set up. It's all going to be custom cut. It's going to be the front, middle, back, all the fun stuff. The only thing that I'll have to do is look at what I'm going to do for the storage pockets that they've got. So the one thing the kit does not do is right here, the carpet that goes on these storage containers back here. But let me see if I can get that to snap in. Come on, buddy, work with me. Doing it one-handed is not easy. But this carpet here, it did not come with, but I should be able to figure that out, maybe with some patches out of the old kit. As you may notice, the seats are pretty worn. You know, it's not just a matter of reconditioning and stuff like that. You know, there's visible tears in the leather and all that stuff. So it's one of these things where it's going to need to be replaced. So I found online there's a good company that will actually match the leather in the cut, and they custom make them for these older RX-7s. So I just got to get a skin ordered. I got basically some samples in on colors and stuff like that, so I make sure I match everything properly and keep the same look. So that's going to be part of that winter project. So I'm pretty much going to strip out the whole interior on this car and redo everything and clean it all up. Now, previously with this, you know, I already went through, replaced the alternator, redid all of the brakes. My brother down in Springfield, he's got a shop down there. So hauled the car down there on a trailer, replaced all the calipers, the rotors, the wheel bearings, checked out the suspension, a bunch of stuff. So replaced hoses and lines and stuff like that. Made sure the brake system was pretty much squared away and set up properly. One thing that we didn't do, the master cylinder's fine on there, but I think I want to go ahead and replace it just to kind of get the whole system cleaned back out and set up fresh. It's more peace of mind than anything. Ton of little things that are going to need to be looked at, making this car cleaned up. I went to go get the wheels resurfaced and stuff like that, but they said that it looks like they had already been done previously. Problem with that is that if I have them mill them down anymore, I'm gonna lose some of the lettering. They said the A would definitely disappear on this, and I'm not interested in driving around in my Mazda. So, I got to look at different options on that and explore what I can do. You got some age and stuff like that on the paint, but over on this side is when you really see some nastiness. I don't mind. It's like one of those things where I consider it more of a survivor on the way that it looks with that. So, but the last thing I would address is paint and stuff like that. There's a couple of small little PDR stuff, but really not that bad. Glass is good all around. It's all the original glass and stuff like that. Oh, look at that beautiful carpet in the background. Anyways, but so it's the GSL model, but little things, all this little stuff that all adds up to big stuff, when you're messing around with it. All the doors open and close good. It's a fun car. I actually enjoy driving it around. So if we take a look here in the engine bay, it's pretty solid. I got the battery pulled. Since I haven't been driving it, the battery died on me, so I went and had to go get it recharged because, of course, I was too lazy to put it on the trickle or the tender, and so it happens. Anyways, motor is not really that bad. It stays pretty clean. This rotary, it's that 1.1 Wankel. So little tiny engine. And, but yeah, so fairly clean in here. Not a whole lot. It's one of those things where maybe just cleaning things up, addressing some areas like this and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy. So, yeah. It's a fun ride. It's running around town and stuff like that. Took it on a few small trips, but you can daily it or you can just use it when you want on the weekends or for fun. It's peppy, but it's not going to be breaking any kind of land speed record, so that's not really what I'm trying to do with it. I felt like I was all the way in the camera, like, hello, but no. Anyways, so it's peppy, it's fun, it scoots around, you zip, stuff like that. It's got the manual transmission, so it makes it a little more entertaining while you're driving, but like I said, you're not going to be blowing anybody away and breaking any kind of land speed records in this thing, but it is fun to drive. So, fun car. Now, I would pop up the headlights for you, but I got the battery pulled, so that's not going to be happening today, but everything works in there. All the previous owner pulled the radio. I'm more of a fan, as you guys may remember, of having the factory radio, but he's got this radio here, and it works good. But like I said, I like to have the look of the original radios in there. But everything works in here, from popping up the headlights to working the defrost to the windows and the cruise and everything else. It pops open the gas tank. But anyways, things that I do need to replace when I mess with the doors, this guy had speakers in there. He put these terrible patches on there, so I'm going to have to reskin the doors and stuff like that while I'm at it. But while I'm in there, I do want to replace the motors for the windows. Now, it's one of these things where The windows go up and down, but they are real slow when they like to go back up. Takes forever, but they do work. So it's got that going for it. Anyways, look at that little 13-inch rim. Not too big, but gets the job done. So, like I was saying, this is a pretty peppy little car. I really enjoy driving it. It's not going to set those land speed records like I was saying. You're not going to be braking away from anybody in, a red light to red light, race or, doing block to block. But it is fun. It is peppy. It feels like you're going quick, even though, you're still doing within the speed limit and stuff like that. I think just with the low to the ground and the way that it rides, it just really adds to the fun. You don't see a lot of the RX-7s in the first gen rolling around. They're out there, but not a whole lot. People are always excited to see them. And I think it just brings back good memories and stuff like that for those that were around when these were out in the early 80s. And they're just a lot of fun. So it needs some cleaning up, like I was saying, but nothing too crazy. So, I'm going to get the interior pulled out, and that's going to be one of the first things that I get going here more recently. Like I talked about, I had the other stuff that I fixed previously. So it's a list, but just like all of them, it's a list. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. And as always, I appreciate you guys following the channel. If you could, like, subscribe, comment, share. It really helps with the algorithm and get the channel out in front of more people. And until next time, Rob's Garage.